Okay, we're recording. We're going to get started. First of all, I want to welcome you guys all for hanging out with us this Thursday evening. And if you're brand new to Lavelle, our team, this Zoom happens every single Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, the same link. So if you want to save the link that you guys clicked on to get here tonight or that Zoom ID, you can save it. And that's the same one every single week. We had, I think, probably, I know, one of maybe, if not my biggest paycheck of the year. And I had so many messages from so many people saying, oh my God, this was my biggest paycheck. And it's just incredible because summer is technically known to be such a slow time in network marketing. And I've been doing this for 10 years, and I can tell you that this is the best summer I've ever seen. So I think right now Lavelle is the it company. I mean, Lavelle is, and I've been talking to, some of my other network marketer friends, and they're like, nope, my summer sucks. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, are we in the right place at the right time? And there's so many awesome things happening. If you guys listened in to Paul and Jason the other night when they did the State of Lavelle call, we've got a couple new products coming. We've got the contest for people to be able to win some cars, which is pretty cool. And what I love about the things that Lavelle puts out there is really anybody can win these things, and brand new people can, which is really cool. So it's a great time to be a part of this awesome company. And Jason said it on the call. He said we're the fastest growing, the biggest network marketing company right now, network marketing, and I believe that's true. And I already know we have the best comp. I think Tuesday spoke for itself. But for those of you guys that are just joining us, and you're brand new to Lavelle, we have so many new people. Crazy. I put in our team page, if you're who's new, and we had like 180 or something comments. And it's just crazy how many new people are joining us every day because they're trying the Thrive experience. They're experiencing these awesome products, and they're feeling better, and they're jumping in and grabbing a VIP bonus, and how easy it is in your first 14 days over here to start making some money. And I just think that if you're on this call right now, we are so super blessed to be part of this, and I'm just excited. This has been one exciting week. And when you're a lot of messages, that's how I know things are going well, because I've been in a lot of three-way messages with just different people that are thinking about coming on board or that have questions, and people reaching out, just asking questions about the products and the company. And I'm like, we're in a good spot right now. So we're all so lucky. It's exciting. And tonight, I brought some awesome guests on. They're going to share some stories with you and some tips. And we've got some amazing ladies on tonight. And I want to start out with my friend Katie, who has been in the company now for, well, I'm going to let her share her story and how long she's been in. But Katie is absolutely amazing. And the one thing I love about Katie is she shows up every single day. Her team is on fire. She's actually got, I was looking through our team PPA. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, PPA is like basically how many people you're signing. And it was crazy how many people under her are in the top like 20, 30 of my PPA. It's crazy. She has so many awesome people on her team that are just killing it in the business right now. And Katie shows up every day. She is one of those leaders that just doesn't talk the talk. She walks the walk. And her Facebook is a phenomenal. Katie will tell you she's built most of her business through social media, and she built it just being herself, being real, connecting and building relationships with people. And I know she's going to have some great tips for you guys tonight. But I really wanted you, because when you come onto our team, you see people's names over and over. You kind of know who the 200Ks are, but you don't kind of know their background. You don't know their story. So I wanted Katie to come on and just kind of share, a quicker version of a little bit of her background, and then why, and how she found Lavelle, and then give us some tips tonight. So Katie, I'm going to let you start us out. Oh, wait, she might have to unmute herself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there you are. I
Am
can
I
hear you.
choppy at all?
No, you're not.
Okay. The last time I got on my computer, you guys were like, I cannot hear you. So I had to get on my phone.
No, we can. You're good. You're not choppy at
I want
all.
to make sure. Okay, so a little bit of backstory, and I'm sorry if I'm echoing, and I'm also sorry about these ridiculous tan lines. I'm working on them. So a little bit about me is, you guys, Lavelle is not my first network marketing company. I had done the different business before. I actually signed up on accident. It was 2015, and a friend of mine had joined a different business, and she threw me into one of her Facebook groups. We've all got those people who just like throw you into Facebook groups. She was one of them, and then I remember I left the group, and then she put me in the group again, and I left the group, and then she put me in the group again. Like, how many people do that to you? I still get that done to me all the time. So I remember I messaged her, and I was like, look, I'll try your product. Like, I'll try whatever you've got. Just stop adding me to that group. Like, please. So I tried the product, and she was a good friend of mine at the time, and she was like, look, if you sign up under me, like I'm going for a bonus, if you sign up under me when I get my bonus, I'll give you the money back from your kit. And I was like, I'm a good friend. Like, sure, I'll do that, right? I spent 99 bucks. I signed up under her with that business. And I just started sharing about the products. I had no idea the income potential. I had no idea. I didn't know what the compensation plan was. I didn't know about all the products, right? And this just goes to show is that if you're brand new in Lavelle, you don't need to know everything. So don't feel like you need to know every ingredient, every product that they all do. You don't, okay? So I signed up for this business, didn't know which way was up, and I just kind of started sharing. I made $100 on a whim one day. It was a random bonus, and the rest was history. I saw the vision really quick. I caught on extremely fast. I saw the potential in the industry, and I ran with it. It didn't turn out to be my forever home. I was introduced to Lavelle, and Lisa has said it, Jamie Pecca, Amanda Arnett, Kayla Fox, they've all said it, you guys, and they're not lying. Lavelle has the best compensation plan in the industry. You won't find one comparable. There's no comparison. So when I saw this company and I knew that I had that work ethic, I wasn't being paid for my efforts where I was at. Okay, I was working super hard and my paychecks were always kind of disappointing. So when I saw the compensation plan for Lavelle, I got on a three-way call with Jamie, Lisa, and my sponsor, and that was it, you guys. I signed up and I ran. The products are amazing. I got a 3-day mini. Don't underestimate the power of a mini because I'm here right now because of a 3-day mini. And I ran as quickly as I could. I got my VIPs, both of them, within 48 hours. I went 4K in 5 days. I went 12K in 29 days. I double promoted. I went from 12K, and then I went 40K and 80K in the same month, and that was 3 months in. And then I went 200K in my 7th month. So I went really quick, you guys. Lisa, do you want me to go into the behind the scenes a little bit?
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
And, a lot of people don't really know that. I mean, you were a young mom. You like you were struggling. You know what I mean? A lot of people are, and people just, they don't know the backstory of those struggles. And yeah, I want you to share whatever you want to share, all of it.
Yeah. So, a little bit of backstory though before I go into the hard stuff with Lavelle, okay? Because I'm gonna be vulnerable, you guys. I'm gonna be real. I'll never be the person that lies to you. I'm not just gonna give you a shiny, pretty picture. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? Before I found network marketing, you guys, I had my first son when I was 16. I had met my now husband. I was 14 years old. I fell in love. It was like love at first sight. I was 14. 7 months later, we got pregnant. Okay, I was 15, and then when I was 16, I had my son. Growing up, my mom, she was a single mom. She was always in and out of relationships. I love my mom dearly. She's my mother. She gave me life, but I never saw a fully functional relationship. She was always in and out with different boyfriends, and she was working and she was going to school, and we were basically raised by babysitters. Food stamps, we got them. We got our heat paid for. I remember going down to the Salvation Army with my mom to get food before, to get school supplies. My mom has cooked up ramen noodles and split ramen noodles between 4 children. So we didn't go to bed completely starving. We only went to bed just a little bit hungry. I've been there. I've had that life, you guys. So Don't come into this like, oh, nobody supports me. Oh, I'm a recovering addict. Oh, I was a high school dropout. Oh, I was a teen mom. Like, I'm like, this is me being real, you guys. But who gives a shit? Like, who cares what your past looks like? Who cares, right? You could be a single mom. You could be a teen mom. You could be a high school dropout. You could have never finished college. You could have credit card debt, student loan debt. You know, Lisa was a waitress. Right? Like, it doesn't matter where you come from. I worked in the food industry too. We have teachers. It doesn't matter who you are. All that matters is that you come into this and that you, don't put quitting on the table, okay? If you come into this business and you go, I'm gonna give myself 6 months, you're gonna fail, okay? Do not come in and give yourself a timeline, okay? You're gonna fail. Take the timeline off the table, take quitting off the table, and know that, you know, most businesses can take 3 to 5 years to really grow and to really flourish. And I came into Lavelle and I went fast. To the outside eye, I went fast. But a lot of people don't see the 3 years that I was putting in the work behind the scenes with my last company, growing my network, showing up every day, meeting new people, being consistent, right? 3 years in the making. So I've only been with Lavelle for a little over 2, but I've been in this industry for over 5. So I'm not an overnight success story, okay? I'm a 5-year overnight success story. So don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. You just have to keep going, all right? But going back to after I joined Lavelle, okay? We went 200K really, really quick. And like I said, to the outside eye, you could go, oh my gosh, you know, your business is booming. You're so lucky. I wish I had that, right? Like, I want to do whatever you're doing. You guys, fast does not mean sustainable. Fast usually does not mean strong. Take it from me. We went 200K 7 months in, and I lost my rank the very next month. I was paid as a 200K that one time, and that was it, okay? That was in March. And then from April of 2018 until June of 2019, I was paid as an 80K, okay? So we kept our 80K rank. And then I remember July, August, and September of 2019, we went down to a 40K. Okay, I think we maintained, it was like 74, 75,000 in sales. So we went from over $200,000 a month in sales down to 75, which I know for, you know, $75,000, I'm not gonna say that's bad. That's still amazing. But we lost a lot of volume. I had 9 12Ks leave my organization, 9. Okay, and a lot of them, you know, some of them quit network marketing completely. Some of them went to other companies, and you know what? The ones that went to other companies took some of their teams with them. Okay, it was hard. And I do want to also say that those other people who had left for other companies, either A, came back, okay, or B, they've joined 6 other companies since, and they're just trying to find the spot, and they gave up the perfect company when they walked away from Lavelle, okay? I have not seen someone join a different company and have massive success. If anything, I've seen them have less, because our compensation plan really does set you up to win. Don't get the shiny object syndrome. Don't think that the grass is greener in other places. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay. It says my connection's unstable, because I don't know, my internet sucks. Don't get shiny object syndrome. Don't look left and don't look right, and just know that you're building your business. Know that you're in the right spot. Lisa did the footwork for us, okay? When Lisa joined Lavelle, she researched high and low, and she's a comp plan guru, let me tell you, and she could tell you the difference between every single comp plan, and I'm telling you, Lavelle blows this one, all of them out of the water. All of them out of the water. So just stay the course, you guys, and don't believe the surface of what you're seeing on people's social media. You were looking at my Facebook, and you would have never known that I had lost not only my 200K rank, but for a while I lost my 80K too. And you know, I could have thrown in the towel, and I could have said that it was a good run, and I could have said that, you know, I was one and done, or whatever you want to call it, but I got back up. And I've seen this industry do amazing things for people that I know personally, and I knew that it could do it for me. I knew that I was no different than them, and that I just had to get my head down, and I had to do the work. And we got our 200K back in April, and we've held it ever since. So our team has just gotten bigger and bigger since. I'm super proud of them. And let me tell you too, is that the original, the OGs that took our team to a 200K team in the beginning, there's probably 4 of them, 5 maybe tops, that are still here. Okay, so the people that get you to 4K are not going to be the ones that get you to 40K. And the people that give you to 80K aren't going to be the ones that take you to 200K. You know, the sad reality is that a lot of people give up on their dreams, and it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're broken. You're not broken. People sign up with me and then they go join the witness protection program. It happens to the best of us. People come and go, you guys, and we're in sales. It's up and it's down. But if you give up on yourself, where would you be a year from now? Let me tell you, you guys, in June of 2019, our team had $75,000 in sales for the whole month. Okay. Now it's June of 2020, 1 year later, and our team has already done over $100,000 in sales in 10 days. Can you imagine where I would be if I gave up? Can you imagine where I would be if I thought that I was a one and done? Can you imagine where I would be if I ever came so close to one of my goals and then I quit? Okay, real quick, another story. When I was going 40K, it was February of 2018. Okay, we ended the month at $36,000, and I was devastated. Okay, we had rallied, we had done cash back, we had given credits, we did everything we could to become a 40K team, and we fell short by $4,000. Now, had I thrown my feet up or my hands up and walked away at that point, the next month would have never happened. And the next month, not only did we hit that 40K goal that we had, but we did it halfway through the month. And then we double promoted to 80K that month. We increased our sales by $50,000 the very next month. You guys, we pray for a rock star. We pray for a runner. We pray for somebody who's going to get on these Zooms. We pray for somebody who's going to show up, who's going to hit their VIPs, who's going to enroll 2 customers and 2 promoters every 14 days. We pray for those people. But I want to ask you, are you those people? Are you just talking the talk and praying for your perfect promoter, or are you being the perfect promoter? You know, are you showing up through the hard shit? Are you getting real with yourself? Are you making excuses because you have kids or a job? Because let me tell you, I could always find someone that's more busy than you. I could always find someone who's got it harder than you. And I'm not saying that people don't go through crap, you know what I mean? But I'm saying is that you could use it as your why, or you could use it as your excuse. My younger son had seizures and we were in the hospital. And instead of, and I was by his side every single day that he was in the hospital. And I was still talking about my business, not because I'm insensitive to what's going on with my son, but because it's this business that allowed me to be next to him while he was in the hospital, right? When my kids are sick, it's not, oh, I can't work because my kids are sick. It's, oh, I'm going to be consistent because I'm here with my sick kids because of this business. It's not, oh, I'm on vacation, so I'm not going to work my business. It's, I'm on vacation because of my business. It can be your why or it can be your excuse. You can make money or you can make excuses. You can change lives or you can make excuses, but you can never do both. So just decide today that you're done with the excuses, you guys. Throw them out the window. Throw them out the window. You're better than that. And that's all I want to say.
Everything you just said, I wish that I could literally put it in a manual and send it out to everybody and make sure they all read it. Because, like a lot of what Katie's saying is, you guys, it does not matter who you are, what your background is. It doesn't matter what your situation is. We can find somebody with your situation times 20 worse that is making this happen. It's just a decision. And, what I love is that everybody has this story. Like the story Katie just shared as far as going up and down in business. You guys, that happens to me. That happens to everybody. I'm like, oh my God, we're at 5 million in volume. Oh my God, we're back down to 1 million. Like, these things are crazy, like, oh my God, I'm 12K now. I'm back down, and I had $1,200 in volume. The thing that I know though, for sure, and Katie, you'll say the same thing, is the people that push past it and just keep going and realize it's a part of business, any business, they always go back up. The only ones that don't go back up and turn it around are the ones that quit, are the ones that give up on themselves. It will, and the crazy thing is not only are you a 200K, but your team is bigger and better than ever. Like, you didn't just get back to where you were, you surpassed that, and it's growing like never before. That's where people will end up. It's so important. So what are, like, we've got a lot of new people, like tons. And honestly, really anybody that's on here, what are things that you say, this is what you have to do every single day? Like 3 things. If you do not do them, you will not be successful. What are they?
Okay, so if you're brand new and you're in your VIP period, I'm not a big spammy kind of person. I personally, I don't do the cold messaging. That's not me. But like when you're in your first 14 days, or this even applies if there's VIPs, or you're going for your Maui gyms, or you're trying to earn a lifestyle getaway, or there's like a double, triple bonus coming out. Whenever there's money on the table, you can ask Lisa, you can ask Jamie, you can ask anybody that knows me. When there's money on the table, I'm not letting it go. I'm getting it. I don't care one way or the other. I'm getting that money. And I make my mind up from day one. Okay, so if you're brand new in this business, make your mind up from day one. I'm getting those VIP bonuses. I'm getting those Maui gyms. Write it down, because it's proven that when you write things down or when you tell yourself things that they're going to happen, your brain will start doing the things that lead to the steps that make that happen. When you come into business and you put a time limit on your success, or if I don't go this rank in 6 months, I don't make this much in my first month, I'm quitting. You're setting yourself up for failure, okay? You wake up in the morning and say, I can't enroll promoters, I can't enroll customers, nobody wants this, I'm not good at this. Well, then you're gonna suck. Like, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, I'm very red personality, I'm very tough love, it's just who I am. You have to wake up and tell yourself you're gonna get it done. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you have kids, work this business like someone's got your kids, okay? And they say you don't hit those VIPs, and I know that that's extreme, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I know it's extreme, but wake up every morning as if somebody took your children and said, you need to hit that bonus if you want your kids back, okay? Tell me I wouldn't do it 10 times over to get my babies back, okay? You need to have a why so strong that your mom could come at you sideways and you're like, I don't got time for it, mama. Like, I got goals, right? You can't let these inside voices deter you from your success. So stop letting people's opinions derail you. Make up your mind right now that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen, just laying your head down at night knowing that you gave it your all is good enough. I have plenty of friends in this business who missed their VIPs, who are millionaires, literally have made $1 million in commissions and they didn't make their VIP bonuses. So don't think that if you miss something that you're a failure. That's not the case either. And just don't think you need to know everything. I don't know, what is it called? Like, knowledge on ice, or ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, okay? If you know everything and you do nothing with it, that you're not going to be successful. When I joined this business, I didn't even know what DFT stood for. It's a freaking sticker, you guys, and you're going to put it on your skin and you're going to feel amazing. Just trust me, okay? I didn't know what I was talking about, but I ran with it because I felt good. And people don't care what you know. People don't care that you know that there's Garcinia whatever in the DFTs. They don't care about the folate or the vitamin B6, 12, 14, 72 in the capsules. I don't know. You know what they care about? They care about you sharing that you're getting up in the morning playing with your kids. They don't care about, check matching, the commission, fast star, weekly, this, 3 levels. Like, they don't care about that. They care about you sharing on Tuesday how you just paid for your groceries or took your husband out to eat. Share those things and be unapologetic about it and just run, and don't care who says what, because if they're not paying your bills in 10 years, they should have no influence on what you're doing. And if you wouldn't trade lives with them, don't take their opinions to heart. You're not going to ask for marriage advice from somebody who's divorced. You're not going to ask for parenting advice from someone with no kids. Don't ask for advice how to build a business from someone who's never done it. I've done it. Jamie's done it. Kaylee's done it. Danny's done it. Lisa's done it. Okay? We're on here. We're pouring into you. Listen to us. And I'm telling you, you guys, when you just make up your mind and you run with it, who cares? This is your business. This is your future. This is your kids' futures. And it's up to you to make that happen, because, it's kind of a gut punch when I say this, but nobody cares about your dreams as much as you do. It's up to you. Nobody cares about me putting my kids through private school as much as I do. Nobody cares about me being debt-free as much as I do. Nobody cares about me retiring my husband as much as I do. So no one's going to care about your dreams as much as you do. I do care about your dreams. I'm not saying that I don't. But what I'm saying is that it's up to you to make it happen. So hopefully that was good enough for you, Lisa.
Oh my God, it was awesome. Anything you could say would be great enough. Like, seriously, you guys need to go follow Katie on Facebook, and just I think your posts, I love watching your posts, because not only do I steal some of it, but I also just love how you are you show that you're part of this company, you use these products, but yet you're not salesy in any way. Like, you are the perfect person to go look at posts if somebody's trying to figure out, how do I post without looking salesy? You're perfect because you don't look salesy at all. You just look like you're sharing, and then you share your life and you connect with people that you have things in common with. And I mean, you just know what you're doing when it comes to social media, and you're great example to follow for sure. Katie, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I appreciate you. I know you texted me. My kids are crazy. I was thinking, oh crap, but I didn't hear any noise. So
I could hear them out there. I could hear them out there screaming, and I'm just like, I'm praying my husband can hold the fort down.
we're so good. It went well. It went well. You made it through. I appreciate you. And I totally asked you last minute too. Like, I prepared for this call literally the day of. Everybody's like over me. They're like, can you
And let
like
me
ask
just
me
like
earlier?
say this. Let me say this as well to you guys. When Lisa texted me earlier, okay, it was like 7:00, 6:37. Okay, 2 hours notice. I wasn't even home. I could have been like, no, I'm not home. I'm at my son's karate lessons. I don't want to do the Zoom tonight. Or I don't want to do the work with me. I did a work with me this morning. Like, there's so many, my kids were literally up my butt the whole time, you guys. It was a hot mess. But I could have easily said no. I'm hot, y'all. I'm sweaty. I'm tired. I had a busy day. I could have said no, but I showed up, and I think that's the difference. Is that you have to show up even when you don't feel like it, and those are the times where you don't feel like showing up are the times when you really have to.
Amen. Gosh, I like always, that is the truest statement ever, because there's so many times where I'm like, God, I don't feel like doing this. And I just do it anyways. And not only am I glad I did it, but I always feel so much better afterwards. I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad I got on that, or I'm glad I just did it. There's like, I think people just need to know that it doesn't matter whether you make a lot of money or a little money. We all have those days where we're just like not into it, or we just don't feel like it. And those days can turn into, one day can turn into a week and can turn into 10 years. I mean, you can really fall out of this no matter what rank you are. And you can really start watching things go in the opposite direction. So just plug in, guys. I can't say that enough. And it's just so huge. Katie, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you so much. My next guest tonight, I've been trying to get on for a couple weeks actually. But I got her. I finally got you, Nicole. I'm going to have you unmute yourself.
Hello.
There she is. Yeah, I've been
Can you
trying
hear
to
me
get.
okay?
Yes, you're good. I've been trying to get you, girl. Because your team is like growing.
Yeah, it's been a interesting couple months here.
Your background, and then how you found Lavelle, and then we'll go into some tips.
Okay. So you can hear me okay, right?
Yep, you're all good.
Okay. So I was at my breaking point, like so many people when they start this. I actually was at the point where I had lost myself. I had all these different titles. I had mom, I had wife, I had, owner or manager of a company. I had, daughter, all these titles. And in them titles, I lost me. And with that being said, I was pretty much at that point where I felt like there was no hope. And I had watched a friend on Facebook, of course, and I ran into her a couple times, and I kept seeing the difference in her. And, I'm like, okay, this has got to be too good to be true. This just can't be happening, right? So I think that it was February of 19. I decided that I was going to jump in about a month and was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it right. And at this point, this is a little deep, but I was literally at the point where I was doing like videos to my kids because I was so lost. And so and that's a hard thing to admit, I mean, as a mom, but I was going through an adoption, and the ups and downs of an adoption and the process that you go through. And then, you've got this kid that's there in your hands almost. And we were going with the foster system for this adoption, and it was getting like tug of war for me. And in between the tug of war, I was just hitting a deeper and deeper depression because I felt like I was losing the battle for this child. And it was heartbreaking for me. And so anyways, I jumped into a month, and I was like, all right, this is just going to sit on my counter, figured that's where it was going to go. And It didn't. The first day that it came, I was like, you know what? It's go time. Tomorrow morning, I'm taking these products and I'm going to do this. And so I did. I woke up in the morning and did my 3 steps, and I didn't feel anything. And I was not a day one thriver like so many people were posting about. And I was like, oh, okay, so they're just doing this to sell something, right? And so I continued on, and I went on day 2, still didn't feel anything. Day 3, I actually woke up and I didn't really think I felt anything. It was Super Bowl Sunday. Um, and I was actually like cleaning the house without even realizing I was cleaning the house. And I was making all this food. Like my husband was like, are we having people over? I'm like, no, we're not doing anything. We're just going to eat all this food I'm making. Even though I wasn't hungry, I realized. And so just in general, I was singing. I was singing. I mean, we're talking about a mom that was at the lowest funk of ever, and I was singing. Like my daughter's like, "You're singing. Like, what are you doing, mom?" Like, I knew at that moment that I was never going to go a day without it. I mean, literally, when you can look at your child and they're reminding you that you are happy and you seem happy, you realize how long it had been since you had not been happy, and for your child to see that and you realize that by their eyes, it was my wake up call that, you know what, this is doing something. So we're going to keep on with it. So right about that time, the person who had enrolled me as a customer had the triple fast start bonuses going. And with that being said, I was like, well, what do you mean I can get, this much product for this much, and was all excited. And she's like, well, but you have to sign up as a promoter. And I said, I know. Not doing it. You're not catching me selling nothing. I run a multi-million-dollar company. I work 60 hours a week. I will not sell a dang thing. And she's like, you don't have to. You don't have to. We'll just do it this way, and so forth. Yeah, well, that lasted like a day. After a day, my husband's like, you're telling everybody about it. Why are you not just doing it? And I'm like, no, because I said I wasn't going to. I'm going to stand by that, right? I didn't stand by it. I just started, shouting it from the rooftops because I was feeling great and people were seeing that. Like my family, who I had secluded myself from, my friends, I mean, everybody had seen this. And it was like, I had a lot going on personally in my life at that time with the adoption, but I also have a parent that battles addiction, and I've always had to take care of them, and I've always had to help with everything for them. And I was like, saying no. I was putting me first. I was doing the things that I never did before, and I was feeling great. And I finally was like, you know what? Other people need to do this. They need to feel this. They need to realize that this isn't just about business necessarily. This is about like the self-development of it. I mean, honestly, I feel like the growth in the process for myself is what has grown the business for me as well. So, I started promoting and I ran. I hit 4K. Well, I did my VIP 800, I VIP 1600, and I hit 4K in 14 days. And guess how many active promoters I had that were actually doing it? 0. That was on me. That was all my passion. That was all me. And it was unreal, but I just didn't shut up about it. Like I said, I had that fire that, this had not only changed my life, it had saved my life. So I hit 4K in 14 days, and that was that would have been April of 2019. And then in the next month, so let's see, it was April. Sorry, I think April's when I hit 12K. 12K is when April I hit 12K. And I was like, okay, wow, auto bonus, all this stuff, just kept sharing my story and going with it. And I sat at 12K for a while and I got scared. I realized that I was starting to build a team and people under me were building a team, and I wasn't ready to be a leader. I was not ready. So I kind of pulled back, and I'm bummed that I pulled back, but I did. And I actually had gotten a leadership retreat where I actually got to meet Lisa and a few other leaders. And at that trip, I realized that it was something that I needed to do, and I needed to, beef up was my personal leadership skills, how I was as a person to help other people be there and do this, because it was other people that needed it, not me that needed promoters or people under it. It was people that needed it to, whether it was, food for their kids, to pay their mortgage, to do whatever it was, not necessarily just to feel good. So I realized there was more reasons to it. So I started working on that part of my own development, part of the leader part. And in May, we were $145 from 40K, and $145 from 40K 10 minutes before the clock was up. And I pushed, we pushed. I mean, it wasn't there. I was red legged. I'll tell you that. I was red legged. So I knew that it was very possible, but I did not do it. I could have bought the volume myself, but you know what that meant? That meant I wasn't using, them credits that I had towards new customers and new people feeling good. So I didn't buy it. I lost out on the fact of 40K because I didn't want to have it that way. I wanted to make sure that the team felt the success of it for the real way and how it was. And so in May, we did not hit 40K. We went 40K in June, and it was awesome because we actually, feeling that and knowing that it was legit evening out. And I worked hard with my team to even out my legs and to get unred legged and get all that volume and make it work. And I'm at a different place with my business now. In general, I realize that I think you have to think a lot of the times, what inspired you to start? What actually, what was your reason for starting? It's constantly remembering that. Always making sure that you are, showing up every day. There's not a day, honestly, since I started in March, there is not a day that I haven't been 100% showing up, doing what I needed to do as far as the business part. I'm there for my team 24/7, because when I made that commitment that I was going to be a leader, that's what I decided I was going to do. If anybody needs something day or night, I am always there. I'm there no matter what it is. If it's business, if it's personal, whatever it is, I try to always make sure that I'm there because I've learned to fill my own cup enough to be able to pour into others. And I'm learning so much more about myself and how much better that it feels working in corporate America and running a multi-million-dollar business and doing that doesn't give you the gratification that this gives you. I mean, I could let go of that job at any moment and not feel like I've missed out on anything as much as if I lost this, I don't know what I would do because the benefits that it gives the people that are around me, it's unreal. It's unreal to see that and be a part of it. So it's been a pretty amazing ride, and I'm so excited for where it's going from here. And as far as a couple tips I could give, as what we've done is going to be maximizing and utilizing your credits. So I have a lot of people that will come to you when they first start, and they're like, how do you give people credits for shipping, or how do you do this if you don't have enough credits for you to thrive for free? And the first thing I say is, well, first of all, if you're not thriving for free, you need to work on thriving for free, because that is like, why would you not be doing that the best you can to do everything you can? And if that means ordering under a spouse's account to begin with, if that means, you're halfway to thriving for free, then, doing things to get yourself them credits, because them credits are literally what will build your volume and build your business and just keep going. When it comes down to it, if you think about it, if you have, like I tell my team, if you have like your friend Sally who's ordering and she's like your best friend and she orders as a customer, she's always ordering, and you're thriving for free, but you're only getting enough product or enough for your product. Well, you know what? Order with Sally next month. Order with her. Give her $164 in your credits. Order with her. Pay her shipping because, she's doing you this favor. And guess what? You just turned her $164 order and your $164 order into a $328 order. So what does that mean? That means that when you get that other $164 order, instead of you only getting $164 in credits next month, you are now going to be getting $246 in credits. So you get half of you get the average of your two highest orders. Well, you just upped your order by ordering with Sally. So now you have enough for your product for the month, and you have enough to give your credits to friends to join, or your, people that are watching you. You can offer free shipping to get your retention to stay, clients to stay. Just keep utilizing them credits and rolling them and snowballing it into something bigger, because, saying that you have promos all the time and stuff is great. But at the same time, when somebody's ready and it's their time and there's not something going and they see that you have promos all the time and you're not offering them a promo, sometimes that hurts. They're like, well, why aren't you offering me? Because people don't always realize if they're not in network marketing that there's not always a promo necessarily at the time they're ready, but when someone's ready, you want to be there when they're ready. So that's my biggest thing. And then always having products with you every day. I'm constantly, you know, like Lisa said, she had a hard time getting a hold of me. We have a home away from home that doesn't have the best service, and I actually, you know, I'll go out on my golf cart to get service so that I can be there for my team. I'm constantly doing that, but I wasn't sure about a Zoom out in that golf cart if the service would have been great enough for that. So, but I'm out there even there with product, and I'm constantly, you know, showing my DFTs and being out there about the product. So.
You know, first of all, I've never even heard, I mean, we spent time together and stuff, and I'm sure you said your story, but like hearing it again, it's just like so resonates with so many people because you don't even realize how much you're not thriving until you start thriving. You know what I mean? How like absent you really are, just in general. It resonates with so many people. But the credits thing, oh my gosh, Nicole, so genius, so genius. But I hope people understand, like, use your credits, y'all, for people to run these incentives. Just giving somebody $15 towards shipping, it means like everything. It's the difference between sealing the deal and not. Like, I can't express enough how it's going to benefit your business so much more when you spend your credits on bringing in new customers and vendors versus using them on yourself. I just think it's so huge. But I can't say enough about, you know, I just love your journey. And here's the thing is it's not like it's been super, super fast. It hasn't been slow either by any means, but you don't find, and a lot of people were asking in the comments, does a red leg hurt you? A red leg never hurts. Everybody, we all have a red leg. I have a red leg. A red leg just means that you have somebody taking off in your business that is going nuts. And all you need to do is just bring in some more people so that you get some stuff coming in on your other side to move up the ranks. But it never hurts. It's always a good thing to have like somebody good under you, because then you kind of just have to find one other person that's going to go, okay, I'm going to do this with you. But yeah, I just love your story, but your tips are perfect. Like, you know, and I can't say enough about, and I know it's COVID right now, but I mean, people are still going places. I mean, I still have to go to the grocery store. I still have to go places where I'm going to the bank, and we may have to wear a mask on our face, but we don't have to wear them on our arms. And people still see the DFT, you know, they still go, what is that sticker? They're still curious. And especially now that we have Recharge, I love it when I can say, oh my God, we have an immune patch, you know, you da da da. That catches people's attention right away just because of the time we're in. But yeah, and I love when you also said that you kind of like in the beginning weren't ready to be a leader. Leadership is not something that comes natural to people. I'm just going to be real. It didn't for me. Most people aren't natural born leaders. Most people learn to be a leader. They grow into being the leader they want to be, you know, by plugging in, reading books. And that's the one thing, Nicole. I mean, even when maybe you didn't feel like you were a leader, or, you know, even when you weren't growing like you wanted to, or, you know, whatever the case was, you always have shown up. You know, you always have shown up, and that's why you are here today. That's why here we are, you know, a year later, and your business has picked up, and now you just hit 40K because you haven't stopped plugging in. You no matter what's going on, good or bad, you still show up, and that makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you. Thank you for I'm glad you're not on the golf cart today.
Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. You know, thanks for being patient with me and having me
Oh
on.
my God. Girl, I would have waited for you another week if I needed to. 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, whenever you could do it, I was going to have you. I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see you again. Gosh,
Yeah,
I want
definitely.
COVID to be over, for
I
God's
know.
sake. Let it. And I love your shirt, by the way.
Thanks. You see it? Yep.
I
Quarantine
love it.
calories don't
Quarantine calories. I
count.
wish that was so true, though. I've gained like 10 pounds. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to stop eating this junk. And I wish quarantine calories did not count. It doesn't count when you're in your house and no one has to see you. But then when you think about, I'm actually going to Nashville in August, and I'm like, oh crap, people are going to see me. I've got to get rid of these 10 pounds. Damn it. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate you.
Of course.
You
Thanks,
guys,
Susan.
my next guest, I'm super excited about. Okay, you guys, Misty has a 33 PPA for 30 days. 33. Do you guys understand what that like even humanly means? 33 PPA for 30 days. She's in the top 10 in my entire team of PPA on our team. So if you're new, what that means is that on a team of thousands of people, and if you're in our team page, the Dream Team page, there's like 3,000 or 4,000 people. She is top 10 on our team for signing people up, meaning that she's signed 33 customers and or promoters in a 30-day period. And I was like, okay, got to get this girl on a call right now. I cannot wait to meet her in actual person. But I had to get her on tonight because I wanted, first of all, to hear her story, but also to hear what she's doing to get this 33 PPA, because you never know. Maybe she's got a little secret that we're not doing or using, or just something we need to hear again. But Misty, if you want to unmute yourself.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
I can. There you are. Yay. Okay. I want to start with your story. Like, kind of take us a little bit back to, like, did you do network marketing before this? Was Lavelle your first like company, home-based business? And kind of how did you find Lavelle? And then how long have you been in? And then we'll kind of go into some tips.
Okay. So let's see here. So I actually started with Lavelle 2 years ago. I've never been with any other network marketing company before. It's never been something that I would have thought, yeah, that's going to be for me. But, it's just, once I got in, it was just kind of like sharing. So 2 years ago, I was working. I have 2 other jobs besides this. And I was working for one of my jobs, and I had worked a double, came into work. I had a friend there who was just started promoting, and she was like, every day, try this, try this, try this. Now I'm like, I'm an upbeat person in the morning, so people already hate me. So I was like, get out of my face with that, pretty much. I'm not trying that. So for like 2 weeks, she was bouncing around, totally different. I noticed the change, but still, I did not need it. I'm not a fan. I'm skeptical. I would not take any, I'm not taking your pills, nothing. So one day I had worked 2 days prior. I believe I was like on back-to-back doubles, like with the kids on top of that. And I was just so tired. I come into work at 6:30, dragging ass, feeling my way to the coffee pot. And she's like, do it, just do it. And I was like, fine. All right, I'll do it. She's like, you're going to feel great. And I swear to God, within 15 minutes, I was like, whoa. It was almost like a whole entire just like fog lifted over me. So I had just had my 3rd baby at that time. She was probably like maybe 8 weeks old. And within 15 minutes, I had not only ordered a whole month, but like I hit the promoter button. She was getting through her VIP. She was telling me about it. She didn't know much about it, and I knew nothing. So I did the thing. I hit my VIP bonuses. I started sharing, and all I did was just, the picture, the sharing my story, what it did for me. And people are like, oh my God. I already know that Misty's crazy. She's always busy. She's always working. So, I feel like I've already been, people already think that I'm nuts. So if I say something's good, it must be good, because I don't really have a lot of time, I guess, in my life. So, hit my VIP bonuses. I did it for like 3 or 4 months. My upline quit. She was done. She's a hairdresser, so she had her own thing going on. My upline quit. Her upline was gone, and I fizzled out. So I probably did it for 3 or 4 months. I would order sporadically throughout, but I didn't post. I didn't know there was Zooms. I didn't know there was trainings. I kind of fell off a little bit, and I stopped. So in May of this year, which is almost 2 years later, I decided that this summer is going to be different. Like, I'm going to get back my Thrive. I know I had logged into my account still. I was still active because I had still been ordering it here and there. So I logged back in, I got my month's supply, and I started again. And I posted up a post on Facebook that it's that time again. And from there, I just got so much inpouring that I was like, well, I'm just going to work this, I guess. And then I reached out to Kaylee because, I mean, above me, there was really nobody. But under me, like I had enrolled a couple of people in them first 2 months when I worked. So under me, I already had a couple people that were still working their business and doing it. So I just sort of stepped back in, and from May till now, I mean, our team is on track for almost 60K this month. And I just cannot believe it. I've been tuning into the Zooms and people have been reaching out. I've been doing all the right things, learn, do the trainings. And I'd say we've had a pretty successful start already. So
I just can't believe 60K. Like, that is crazy. And you know, it's like, what I hope people will do with this recording is I hope that you guys send it to people that you know started this business, that started out amazing and had great potential, and maybe just something happened in life, or they just didn't get it, or they didn't get help or support, or whatever that was. I hope you send them this and say, listen, because this is exactly what can happen. And Misty, I'm sure you'll say, you know, the same thing. I'm sure you will agree that the only difference between now and then is this time you made a decision, I'm going to do this. And then you reached out and you found help. Like, I'm going to plug in, I'm going to figure out how to do that. Because you're not a different person than you were when you first started 2 years ago. The difference is you decided, I'm doing this. Like, it's a decision. And sometimes people just need that one thing in their life change, whatever it is. And then they're like, I'm in this. And what you've done so quickly coming back into this is crazy. Like, but this is what's possible. It's not crazy though. I see this happen all the time. I've watched people come in, grab VIP bonuses, I never hear from them again, and then 2 years later, all of a sudden they come in and they grow a $50,000-$60,000 business in a couple of months because they decided to. So what are you doing? Like, 33 PPA. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Like, and I mean, I'm sure it sounds to me like you have people, like you have a network somehow. Like, people just trust you. Maybe you have, I don't know if you're doing Instagram, Facebook, but like, what are you doing? I'm not even gonna try to guess. Tell me what you're doing.
okay, so it is actually so funny to me that you're so excited about this 33 PPA, because honestly, I'm not setting myself up to be that. Like, I'm not trying to hit goals. I'm not trying to get that. So just by, doing what I'm doing, I've got 3 kids, COVID, school. I am in college full-time myself, and I'm in like 18 credits myself, 4.0 last semester, president's list, and I'm freaking proud of myself. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I also have
I'm proud of you too. That's incredible. Do you know how many people make excuses? And what you just said, like, come on, who on here can now say that they're busy after hearing that? And you're on the president's list. Okay, keep going. I'm just like, my jaw is on the floor right now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so for me, like, to do this, I already don't, I have to be very careful with the time that I have to spend with my kids, because they are my entire life. I had a really bad marriage prior to, with my first 2 kids. And I'm just trying to do things right this time. So I spend a lot of time with them. They're with me 99% of the time. Anyway, so 3 kids all the time. And I like to spend time with them, and I feel that I have to give them everything. So I want them to have a good life. We do a lot of stuff. So my time for me is extremely, extremely important. So since I started this, I was like, my team started to grow, and it was kind of like the same thing that Nicole said. You're going to have people that are relying on you and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn, like, I'm really busy, but okay, like, I can definitely do this. So voice recorder button saved my entire life. All right, my team's growing like crazy. I think that last month I personally enrolled 12 or 13 brand promoters, and I sort of figured out a little something. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that tonight. That's been working for me so much. So first of all, time management, I'll talk about. For me, I have to manage my time. Sometimes I just have a busy day. I work doubles every Friday and Saturday, and I will set my stuff up the night before. I'll get my posts ready. I'll get my pictures ready. I'll get my story stuff ready. And when I get up for work at 6:30 in the morning, I pop them all up there and I let them marinate. If I have a break during the day, I'm gonna get to them, and I will do my best to, throughout the day. Obviously, I'll have my phone and I'll be checking, but so there's that. If I don't have like a time in the day, I make sure that I still get my stuff done. Customers like that, those are going to be the most effective promoters, people that have tried your products. So if you get a customer, for me, follow-up is extremely important, because I didn't get the first time, like I didn't get somebody showing me, somebody holding my hand, guiding me like you need at the beginning when you don't know. I didn't have somebody tagging me in the training videos, telling me, I'm here for you. If you need a 3-way, I'm here for you. I'm trying to constantly remind my team. I'm trying to constantly put stuff in our group chat like that they can use and utilize. I'm constantly giving them tips and ideas and everything. So if I think it can help one, it's going to help another. So yeah, so time management's important. Customers, when I enroll a new customer, I always reach out to them after they order from me. I try to reach out the next day. And then as soon as they get their Thrive, I reach out on day 1, day 2, and day 3. And then I leave them alone because I don't want to bother them. As long as they're enjoying it, everything's going good. Day 7, I reach out and I say, everything's still good? And they're going to be like, yes. I use the voice record button too. So I'm not typing all this, because I would literally be still probably on customer number 4 if I had to type. So use that voice recorder button. I'll reach out and I'll say, hey, I hope everything's still going good. I'm really, really interested in trying to get you some free Thrive credits for next month. If you're interested in that, let me know, yes or no, so that I can plan for it. And I'm going to reach out to you in a few days and we'll get started. Then that way, they're going to be like, oh, she doesn't want anything that I have to do right now. It's going to give them a couple of days to think about it. They're going to take their Thrive them next few days and think that, I can get this for free. And so in a few days later, around day 10 or 12, I'll reach out and I'll say, so are you ready to get started on your free Thrive credits? I have some time today. And usually they'll give me the time of day. So I explain to them with the voice button that, all right, what I need you to do is just throw up a post on Facebook, saying how you feel, let people know. If you can throw a picture, if you're comfortable. If not, don't do the picture. You can just do a picture of your patch if you want. Don't feel at all pressured. So I said, and then in the bottom of it, you're just going to tag me in it. Say, get at my girl Misty for the hookup. Something simple. So they're going to throw that post up, and then I let it sit there for a while. If I see that they got a lot of interest on their post, that's when I'm going to reach out to them before I even approach any of those people. And I'm going to say, oh my God, I cannot believe how much interest you have on your post. It would be totally selfish and horrible of me to not tell you that you can literally become a promoter for free, put those people under you as referrals, still get your free Thrive credits, and you're going to get paid for it. I don't want to just take your customers and not tell you about that opportunity. And then usually 9 times out of 10, they're like, tell me more. So that's my promoter approach. And then once I help them set that up, I invite them to all the pages, and then I start to talk to them slowly about how amazing the group is and the teams, and I'll tag them in the trainings. And I make sure that I let them know it's going to be what you make it. You don't have to hop in. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You're just trying to get your Thrive credits for next month. You just want to thrive for free. Pretty much start small, and then they're going to eventually be invited to your group. They're going to see the big things happening. They're going to be invited. And 99% of my promoters, I'll continue reaching out to them. They're going to come to me. They're going to start posting. They're going to watch their stuff. And it just goes from there. They get excited, and I reach out to them. I talk to them a couple of times a week. I will make sure I reach out and talk to them. Hey, how you doing? Can I help you with anything? Have you had any interest? And they come to me too. And they're like, look what this person said. Help me. And then I really stress to my promoters, get me in a 3-way. Get me in a 3-way. Because I've learned from Kaylee that 3-ways are important. I've learned a lot from listening to her talk for me when I've had to try and explain to people. And from learning from her, I can do that for my team. And they're learning from me. So our team is just exploding in that way as far as the promoters. So promoters, for sure. Customers that thrive for free. That's another thing that's extremely important to me. I didn't know about that option when I started. So Every customer I have knows about that option. And I think 26 of my customers were thriving for free last month. And you know what that means? When they thrive for free, they're going to order from you next month. They're probably going to order more than their free Thrive credits. And in that being said, they're going to tell X, Y, and Z people if they didn't put up a host to post and they're not a promoter themselves. They're going to tell everybody else, and they're all going to come to you. I mean, I have people that are sending me messages. Can you text this girl? Can you text that girl? Because like of what you did for me. I tell them that the customers, I will do for those people that show interest on your post what I did for you. So reaching out, staying with your customers and your people, like letting them know that you're there and you're not going anywhere, showing them compassion, showing them that you're here for them. Like I will always say, you know, what's good for you? What do you need? Is it your energy? Like focus on them. It's not about getting a sale. It's about making them feel like this is going to enhance their life. I mean, sometimes I will say like what it did for me. If they ask me questions, is this really going to help me lose weight? Very important. I'll be like, I can only tell you what it's done for me personally. Here's my result pictures. I can only tell you what it's done for me personally. And a ton of my customers have had amazing luck with this. I can't promise you anything. Never promise them anything, because then that's going to catch you up in the long run. And yeah, so that's basically
I can't even. 23 of your customers are thriving for free.
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Which now means that now you're getting paid not on 23 people, but you are now getting paid on 46 people.
Yeah.
Because you went and helped customers thrive free. They're the ones that found the people. I mean, they put up a post. They hosted a post.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is genius. Every one of you could do this. You just have to be willing to put in the work. And if you tell me you're too busy, I have to laugh because Misty is going to school, 3 kids, like, okay, 18 credits. I'm sorry, but you are not too busy. You're just lazy. I'm lazy. Now I am lazy. I just realized how lazy I truly am. We're all lazy.
I have something else too.
Share away. I want to hear it.
All right. So that's basically my promoter approach. If you know you're going to get a customer in and like, you know, it's your mom or not so much your mom, but if it's somebody that you think is just probably going to want the credits or the products, they might not be a promoter. Maybe they will be. I plug them in under my customers. I don't plug them in under myself. I know that if my customer becomes a promoter, those customers are going to go with that person. But as far as I'm concerned, that's something for that promoter to shoot for their bonuses. That's somebody that they already have under them. Like how lucky for them that I already have a customer that I put under them as a referral. They decide to become a promoter. The customers go with them. They already have got a customer. Their business is already started. You know, I've got a girl that happened to today. She became a promoter and she had already taken with her one of my, like a really good customer. But this customer, she's only needs one more referral for her bonus, one more auto ship for her bonus. So I'm so happy for her. And I don't really mind because I'm getting a lot of customers myself. And in the long run, it's only going to help me. It's only going to help our team. It's only going to help her. Her mindset, she's going to be excited. You know, if it gets somebody excited and they're going to want to go out there and do the things because they have a little bit of a jump start, then I did my job. That's personally for me. A lot of people might not feel that way. But the other thing that I want to share with you guys, you know how you need to get people to see your page, you know, mix up your market. People fall into the Facebook abyss. People don't see them. You don't see their stuff for a long time and they're not seeing yours. So what I've been doing is I've been adding friends every single day, 5 to 10. Usually it's 5. I'm going to be honest because I don't have a ton of time. And so at the end of the day, when I am about to go to bed or I'm in the bath or whatever, the kids get to sleep, I'm going to go to my friends list, my personal friends list, and I'm going to hit letters A through C on my friends list. Every person that I haven't seen in a long time, I'm going to go to their profile and I'm going to drop a little heart on one of their things. I'm not going to like, I'm going to put a little comment. Oh my God, he's getting so big. Oh my God, that dog is so cute. You know, a little heart, something, not a like, a comment. And then I'll go through A through C, give it like 15 minutes, get through those friends. The next day, the friends that I add, I'm going to make sure that their names don't start with A through C. I'm going to add friends that have B through the rest of the alphabet. And then the next night I'm going to do like B through G. Same exact thing. Now, what happens when I do that before I go to bed is that the next morning when I wake up, I have got people commenting back to me from all of those other people. And then when they see your posts and then they comment back to you even, they're automatically going to see you first thing in their story. So when they go to look at their story, they're going to see what you're doing. And what I try to tell like to my team and my promoters is when I gave them this tip, first of all, you're not going to have to wait a whole year to get through all your friends by saying happy birthday. You're going to get through your whole entire friends list in probably a week and a half to 2 weeks. And, you know, everyone's going to see your stuff. Second of all, if you're going to take the time to do that, because my time's limited. Like if I'm going to take the time to do that, I'm going to make damn sure that they're going to come to my profile and that they're going to see what I'm doing. They're going to see my post on my wall. They're going to see my story. So I've gotten a lot of people that I forgot even existed coming to me being like, wow, how have you been? I see you're doing great. And, you know, so there's that. And that's it for my tips, really.
Dude, I bet you every single person that decided to stick around and not get off this call is so happy because your tips are freaking awesome. Like they're so good. And honestly, I do something very similar. I start like the A's in my Facebook. I go do the comment thing. I've been like doing a lot of that lately, and it so does work. Like that's just how I signed my last promoter this week, is by doing that. And it's somebody that's been in my Facebook. It's just somebody that has probably been not seeing my stuff, and I know I wasn't seeing theirs. You know, it's just somebody that random, you know, that I connected with again. So this stuff does work, you guys. I mean, it's apparent that it works, but I think the biggest thing is the worth ethic in your time management that you talked about, Misty. It's like you have got to be diligent with your time, especially someone like you who is so busy. You've got to, you make it happen, you know, whether that's in the bathtub, sitting on the toilet, whenever that is, you make it happen. And you're super smart with your time, but you're doing income producing activities. You're not wasting time. You're not getting caught scrolling through Facebook, watching somebody's cat videos. You are making sure that you're actually like, I'm working my business right now, and that's how it's working. And you know, there's so many little tips in the stuff you said, like making sure that you're using third-party credibility, you know, using the voice recorder. Oh my gosh, like I can't say that enough. I think I say it on every single Zoom. And thank you for saying it, so I didn't have to tonight. You know, that is so huge. People need to hear your voice, your excitement, and it's so much, it's especially if you are somebody that doesn't have a lot of time, the voice recorder is so much quicker than typing things out. It's just being smart. And not only that, but I love when you said that you are the host of post. If you guys did not get that, like literally how you follow up is so crucial. I hope you guys go back and listen to this and take notes if you didn't already, because you go in and you say, do you want credits? Like you're kind of asking them, I want to help you thrive free. I would love to give you some credits. Like then they're like, okay, how do I do this? She's walking them through, go make that post, tag me in the post. She's watching the post. And anybody, you guys, that's how she's converting people to promoter, because anybody that's seeing interaction on their post, she's going to those people going, look, you not only will get your products free, but you could see a paycheck too. I would feel horrible taking this from you when it's so easy. And then I love how you said, Misty, oh my God, there's so much I love about what you said, but I love when you said you make sure you reassure them that they don't have to do what you're doing. Like they can just get some free product if they want to. If they want to come in and kind of, you're gradually easing them into things. And the ones that want to go further and kind of really start plugging in and making it a business, you'll start figuring out who those people are. Those are the people that you go, okay, get on this Zoom tonight. But overwhelming people that like you, I think that's so huge, because I think we lose a lot of promoters in the beginning because we overwhelm them with all these expectations, or we make it seem like they have to do all of these things when they don't. And most people, what I have found in my time in network marketing, is most people that sign up don't want to do all the things. There's very few Misties, Kaylee's, Lisa's. There's very few promoters that want to know all the things and plug into the oh my God, I want to get on this Zoom and this Zoom and this room. Most people would be pushed away by that. And they also think in their head, I'm letting someone else down. Like if I join your team and it's a business, if I'm not doing my part, like I've had a lot of people not sign with me specifically because they'll say, oh, I thought I'd be letting you down if I didn't show up or if I didn't sign 4 customers. And I'm like, girl, no, you do your own thing. This is your business. That does not affect me whatsoever. And I think just like reassuring people, there's so many nuggets in all of the things that you shared that I hope people will go back and listen to this. And even if you have to fast forward to the end, all the tips every single lady shared. I mean, they're at the end of the day, this is about showing up, and it's about making the decision to do it, and it's about fitting it in, making you have to just do it. Like there isn't this magic thing that Misty knows that we don't. You just heard it's hard work and being willing to do the work and put the time and the work in. Can you think of anything else you wanted to add, Misty?
Yeah, I mean, I could still go with a couple things if you want. Yep, Thriving for Free, the how to hook your promoters, the host to post, adding your friends. When you add your friends, like you have to make sure that when you check them out first, try not to have a lot of mutual friends with them. Make sure that a lot of the friends you're adding are other promoters' friends aren't with them already. And then every time that you approach a customer or somebody approaches you, potential, you need to ask them if they're dealing with anybody else or if they've spoke with anybody else about this, because I'm just going with a couple of issues that we've ran into. Like our team's in a small area, so I actually enrolled a promoter who there was a little issue because she had already talked to somebody else on my team downline. She had already spoke with her prior to, so this girl had already been my promoter for like 3 or 4 weeks before the issue got brought up. So when I went to this other promoter's page, she hadn't had anything posted on her profile or on her story since May. So I didn't feel bad about that. It's, at the end of the day, like people are you have to go to where you're going to get help. And I mean, I can't make somebody it's hard for me to feel bad if somebody's not doing their job, like that somebody's going to come out.
Isn't it so funny how suddenly when somebody actually has someone interested, now all of a sudden they're like, they want to show up, and it's like, that's not how this works. Of course,
Right.
This girl isn't going to want to go sign with somebody that hasn't posted in 2 months. They're
Right.
going to go want to sign with the person that they see show up every day. That's why it's so important that you guys hear that, because even if you're not signing anyone right now, or even if you're just not into it, but you want to be at some point, get consistent, because it's going to be that consistency. People don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They're perfect strangers. They don't know. But if they see you posting every day, they're going to think you're involved, even if you're not really. So doing that is like so huge. And, you brought up really valid points, because how many times do I waste my time? I've done it where somebody's shopping around and I'm kind of like, I'll sit there and I'll talk to them for like 2 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden they'll message me and go, I signed with someone else. And I'm like, wait a second. Oh, I was talking to this other person too. So I like to right away. And you're so right. I don't ever bother. So when I'm going to friend request somebody, the first thing I do is see if we have any mutual friends. The first thing I do is see if they know anybody else in Lavelle, because why would I sit there and work on somebody that is probably already being exposed to it and worked on? So it's kind of like, again, maximizing your time, making sure you're doing things smart, and asking right out of the gate, so that you're not spending 3 days with a person that's already been talking to someone potentially in your downline, where you could send them back to that person. It's the first thing I say. So have you ever heard of Lavelle before? Have you ever talked to anyone else about it? Right away, I say that. And especially with me, I've got like a downline of thousands of people. I don't want to steal any of you guys, your guys as people. So it's the first thing I ask, but it's etiquette too.
Yes.
Treat people the way you would want to be treated, because we all work a business, and all of our times are valuable. And all of us, the ones that show up every day and are working, we do work hard. And if we're working with someone, it is a slap in the face when you watch someone else sign them. And it's like, why didn't you just ask that person? Because, but I do want to say, get the free account. Then they're locked into you. Like, I will not even go further in a conversation until I've got that free account locked in. I'm like, okay, great. When you do decide to thrive, if you do decide to thrive, I hope it's with me. Can we start a free account? That way I get them locked in, and guess what? They're going to sign with me. They have to. They're kind of locked into that. Um, so many good points. I need to have you like on an hour-long Zoom, Misty.
Sorry.
No, I do. I need, like, there's so many, like, I could have taught, I could have interviewed all three of you guys for a total, like, we all have so many tips and so many things. There's so many nuggets. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, take the stuff that you heard. You guys have to go apply it though. Like, that's the biggest thing is we get on these Zooms and we hear all these amazing things, but then the next day it's like in one ear and out the other, and we don't go do it. You guys want a 33 PPA, you've got to do what Misty just said. Like, it doesn't happen by just listening. You have to go actually do it. Is it work? Yes. But I'll tell you what, I would rather be doing this kind of hard work than any other kind of hard work and get paid the kind of pay that we get paid to do it. You have to make a decision on where you want to be. And, you know, we all started at the same place, guys. You know, Misty started out making $0. I started out making $0. Every person in this company started out at zero. The people that get really far and make lots of money are the ones that even at zero worked like they were making $1 million. And that is what you have to do. Like, network marketing is building a business where you don't make any money in the beginning, but you work harder than you've ever worked in your life. And then one day, all of a sudden, you're not working that hard, but making all this money. It's like, what the heck? And if you think about a traditional business, if you open up any kind of traditional business, guys, a restaurant, a boutique, whatever, most businesses don't even see a lick of profit, any profit. You would take out a huge loan. Most businesses don't even see profit for 5 years. You get to even start profiting even a little bit over here, but you would work that traditional business. You would work your butt off. You would show up every day, put the open sign on your door. And no matter if you weren't making a dime yet, year 2 and year 3, you would still show up at that business and put the open sign on the door. But in network marketing, we get in this like funk where we're like, oh my God, I'm messaging all these people and I'm doing all these things these ladies are saying, but yet my paycheck was $10 last week. Guess what? I've been there. So is Misty. So is everybody on this call tonight. We've all worked really hard one week, and the next week we're like, it seems like it's all for nothing, but it's not. Because the thing with this industry is residual income. And one day you will get to a place where you're like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I'm here making this for the effort I'm putting in. It's pretty incredible. But we all, and I want you guys to remember that, we all start at zero. We all have to do our due diligence. There is nobody that came into network marketing, nobody I've ever met, that did not have to put in the work and the footwork and the hard, long days and the, you know, the blows of people unfriending you and family not supporting. I mean, there's really just not anybody that I've ever heard of in my 10 years in this industry that started out like, oh, yeah, it's just been easy and nothing's been hard. Everybody had to do the hard in the beginning and to get to the easy, right? But I always say, what other business do you know that within the next 5 to 10 years, if you stick with it, can you be a millionaire at? You know, I believe every single person on here tonight can be a millionaire. I have no doubt in my mind, even a little shred of doubt, that every single one of you can get to $1 million in this industry. I know you can. You have to know you can, though. And just like Katie said at the beginning, no one is going to fight for your dreams and work for them like you will. No one is going to care about your dreams like you do. So you've got to care about them and then be willing to put in the time and the work and the effort to do it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we've been on this long. I've had these awesome, amazing ladies on tonight, and I just can't thank them enough for getting on tonight. And you know what? I can't thank you guys all enough for hopping on. And, you know, those of you guys that have stuck with us for the last hour and 20 minutes, like, that is dedication. Like, that is, you're on here tonight. In my opinion, you want this. You're that 1% that joined this business that want this. You show up and you're learning, and now you just have to go apply it. You just have to go take what you're learning and actually apply it to your business. And that's where you're going to start seeing the results. It won't be overnight, but it will happen if you get consistent. And I'm telling you, what Misty said she does, I do the same thing. That's what's growing my business too. you can't get on these and hear what somebody's doing with a 33 PPA and not think that that's going to work for you. It will work for you. It's just going to take maybe more time than Misty. Maybe she has more friends. Maybe you have to start adding more people. But if you get this system down that she has down, I have no doubt that you can start seeing the results she's seeing. And yes, it'll be work, but I believe in you guys and I know that you can do it. Okay. We've been on here forever. Misty, thank you so much. Like, couldn't have even ever imagined that you were going to have all these amazing tips, like in a million years. They're so good. Like, I couldn't have made tonight's Zoom be any better. I want to thank Nicole. I want to thank Katie, and I want to thank Misty for hopping on tonight. And Misty, any like last words for everybody before we hop off?
I don't know. I think that I just wanted to say real quick when you were saying that, my dad messaged me last week and told me if I put one more bikini picture on Facebook, he's going to block me. And my dad is my hero. So I just want to let you know, it didn't slow me down. It's not stopping me. And you got to just not care what people think. Just do you. Don't care what people think. You're going to run into people that are going to try and put you down. Just move on. Move on. Don't worry about them. And yeah, be consistent, be intentional, and just show up every day. Even if you don't want to show up, if you want to take a day off, don't really take a day off. Like if you have to take one, but don't. Just set up, put your posts out there, and then let them ride. So
I love it. Dude, I can't even end this any better. Thank you guys so much. All of my guests tonight, all of you guys that came in and participated and got on. I believe in you. We are in the best time ever for Lavelle. Like when I mean the best time ever, I've been in network marketing for 10 years and I have never seen a this has been. Like when we talk about timing is everything, we are in that timing. And that is why it's so crucial for you to just be bold, be brave, reach out to those people that you just know need something like this, and just don't hesitate, because you have something that could possibly not just change their life physically but financially forever. And we are in that time, guys. We are in that hyper growth momentum that you look for when you get into a network marketing company. It's now. And the train, it's rolling, and it's still slow enough for people to hop on, but pretty soon it's going to be too fast. So you've got to not be selfish. Don't be scared. Get over yourself and know that you could be changing somebody's life forever, just like these ladies on tonight and my own life. If it weren't for that person that spoke up to me, even though I denied them and told them they were crazy and said they were in a pyramid scheme, they did not stop bugging me. And I am where I am today because of that. So don't give up. Don't stop. Don't stop believing in yourself and believing in this product and this company, because that's exactly what's going to keep you going. That's exactly what's going to make you not care if your dad messages you saying you can't post another bikini picture, because you're going to have so much belief in what you have your hands on, guys, that you're going to not be able to not tell somebody about it. Like that's what I think when I wake up every day is I can't not share this, what it's done for my life and all of yours on this call. You know, oh gosh, we could be here forever, but man, you guys, don't not share it. Okay, love you guys. See you guys next Thursday, same time, same Zoom link. We will see you then. New guests, new stories, new tips. Be there or be square. Bye, guys.